Welcome everybody back to another BOLDcast One Piece reaction. Garzan.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is One Piece episodes 438 and 439. Our last hope are the crazy people who are looking for an antidote. Let's see what happens. Leave a like, subscribe. Patreon.com/BOLDcast. 2 weeks out of Uncuts. 1 week ahead of edited reactions. That's linked in the description. Patreon.com/BOLDcast. Let's go.
Actually, very generous of Mr. 3 to defend Buggy like that. He could have just left him for dead.
So you just imprisoned yourselves?
But it's in wax this time.
What if they can't melt it?
Oh.
As hard as iron? Oh. Pretty smart. I wonder what's gonna happen that'll make it a dumb move.
Maybe nothing. Maybe they'll just succeed. Or it's heavy.
It's heavy. Can you make wax wheels or something?
Yeah, or like skis. Just on our ankle.
Oh. They dug
No,
underneath? Or, oh, they're on water.
Although with how cold it is, there's no way that the ice would be thin enough.
No, if it's this cold, it wouldn't happen.
Especially since it's been this cold. Like, oh no,
they did
dig
burrow
under.
through. It sounded like ice, I'll give you that.
Well, it's nice while it lasted. He's so broken up about it. And I know they just keep showing it like partially to pad for time, but it's like, it's just kind of sad that he's so sad that he ran away.
The goat.
Just never give up. He's dying. Bonclay is just like, I will get to the bottom of this mystery.
They're all frozen.
Who's that?
Mr. One? Oh.
Super menacing.
What a nice guy. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was like, why is he just being like, he doesn't ask for anything in return?
The wolves are friendly now.
They don't look friendly at all.
We should kill the wolves and then feed them to Luffy. That would cure him.
Yeah, he just needs some meat. He's so badass.
It's just so cool.
Oh!
Oh my god. Again? They're mauling him again?
They're all terrified.
He wants some meat.
conqueror's spirit. I love that. Damn.
Do not mess with his best friend.
Hell yeah.
He's like dead.
Oh no. Maybe we're closer to the other two? Oh yeah, what happened to the wolves is what happened to the wolves. If it was the same wolves. What the hell? Are they gonna get demoned away?
It's Harry Potter.
Is that Ivan? Oh.
Oh.
That's good to know. Nami's is exactly his type. You haven't heard of Bonchan? You really think you're gonna be warden?
I mean, the other warden also has the same weakness.
There must be no female prisoner. Have we seen a
that's
single
what I was
female
thinking
pirate
too.
prisoner? Like, I guess they're pretty rare, but we got 2 on our crew.
Yeah. They didn't need to go that detailed on the sound design.
Even if they did, just cutting directly to it is crazy.
Oh, this guy cleaned it all up. Like a secret, like I feel like it probably is like in the walls, like I was saying. They're having a party.
What the hell is this place?
People who've gotten disappeared and they can't fully get out, but they can hang out in here. I don't know where they're getting the beer from.
I have no idea where there's toilet wine, toilet beer. Is this where all the female prisoners go?
They get rescued immediately. I just can't get over that. That was so good.
Is Luffy? Yeah, that was awesome. Is Luffy like chowing down right now?
Either that or he's getting healed and it's taking a long time.
10 hours?
We had 10, and we were like 16?
No, we're now 16. We were 26. Oh, Jesus. Should be Ivan.
He's like, are you sure this isn't heaven right now? I remember.
Was not expecting a drag show in One Piece.
It seems like a great place.
This is crazy.
Well, 5.5.
Newcomer. land.
How dare you? How dare you? This is amazing. What are you talking about?
They had a lot of fun with that. And so did we.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't expecting a drag show in One Piece, but I feel like out of any show that I don't know what other show.
JoJo.
Well, JoJo, but yeah, other than that, it's like, it fits so well. It's so good.
It's pretty great. They're all having so much fun.
This place seems fantastic. Everyone's so good.
Only thing is, they say they're free, but they're not. They're just hiding in the prison.
Yeah.
Biding their time, growing their power, maybe, or is it just a respite?
I mean, I imagine for some of them,
it's just better than being in prison. Yeah.
It's better than being in prison, but it's also maybe better than being a pirate before, depending if you were just on like a bigger pirate's crew and you were maybe not even treated that well and just like had a terrible life, and then you get thrown in jail.
Yeah.
Or you just get thrown in jail for potentially like not doing anything if you pissed off the wrong Marine one day, and then you end up in prison and you know that there's no way to get out, no one has ever escaped, and the options are either live in eternal suffering or have a great fucking time in here.
Partying in here,
and like that's what I'm thinking, like life in here. I mean, maybe it's gonna be the thing where like, yeah, they're not truly free, and we're gonna try and like break them out.
That's what it's about. Like their stage even is framed by chains.
Yeah.
Hanging down.
But what I think about it is just like, even compared to life on the outside, depending on where you were from, that like living in here could be significantly better than your life even before jail. Like not even just compared to jail, it could be better. It could be better compared to the rest of your existence.
Yeah.
So, and
being accepted. Like if a lot of people here are, whatever, of a different breed than everyone else, then
they're just having fun and they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
And just have a party all day and, do whatever they want to do.
Live their best life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's pretty epic.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. It's yeah. I thought that this was a possibility, but I figured it was going to be something tied into more with like the location itself, and maybe it is. Maybe they discovered like he said, the sewage line. I think that was just a figure of speech. Mm-hmm. It's more than just this place is just so big, and they're
there's like forgotten
service
tunnel kind of thing.
Exactly, and that brings up something really interesting about Impel Down as a place, and kind of adds to the whole idea, like with Enies Lobby, Impel Down, all of these significant locations like that have been around for hundreds of years, possibly longer. These like magical locations, or these places that defy the laws of physics, like. The world government is too big for its britches at the moment, or not big enough for its britches, you could say. Like they are they're entirely, and we see their staff. Like Magellan's really strong. Mm-hmm. That's kind of it, and they have the Blue Gory.
Yeah.
For most people, they're pretty good at keeping, but they are, just judging by the scale of this place, they are understaffed. Their entire dominion over this prison relies on
no one getting out of their cage.
One, the reputation, and two, just the scale and imposition of this place. Like it's so beyond their ability, because there's a whole group, like they're just living in a different part of the prison.
Yeah, it's this whole thing, and I feel
like if they were really plugged into everything that was happening and every scale of it, and didn't just move into this location, I assume, then like, you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
But I guess
the fact that they even can live like this shows that they don't have as good a grip as they put on, at the very least.
That's what I'm saying. It's the whole thing of like, oh, we caught Gold Roger and we executed him. Okay, he turned himself in, so you actually didn't catch him. Oh, no one has ever escaped from this prison, but like hundreds of people have just like gone off our inventory. We know that they didn't leave the prison, But, like, we aren't torturing them still.
Yeah. But nobody knows that. So
nobody knows that.
So only the guards know about people demoning away, or people in the world government, perhaps. Yeah.
But it's like, okay,
info.
we just won't acknowledge that, because if we acknowledge that people are going... If we say, okay, we know that they have not left the prison, well, we can advertise that. We don't need to advertise that, like, they might not be in eternal suffering like they're supposed to be, you know?
It's like everything we learn about the world government... From the outside, everyone's really afraid of them, and that you should be, because they're at the top, and at various points there are people that are invested in it, and the system is sprawling enough to where they have a lot of influence. But it's a lot of it is the posturing and like the reputation that they've built up, and the things that they've done to curb any kind of dissent. Because the most secure prison in the world. And the most, like, you know, you go there, you never leave. Well, there's a bunch of queer people, like, dancing around and, like, playing music.
Having a great time.
And chilling, like, it with no problem. And it adds to all of it. And it keeps us, like, on a big story level, it keeps the story cohesive. But it just, in the world, it adds so much to, like, the perception that we have of the world government, the fact that something like this even exists in this place that is supposed to be so locked down, literally, like the ultimate pillar of control that they have. And the fact that, like, okay, the fact that they are, like, queer people and, like, drag queens and stuff, it's like, I think it's a joke. I don't know what Oda actually thinks about all this. That, you know, that's not the point of bringing it up. Talking about that, the fact that they are so, like, free-spirited like this goes beyond it just being, like, a caricature or a joke or whatever, or just, you know, having fun with this sort of idea. It's like, and it's just their expressiveness is a symbol of, like, freedom, a little nugget of freedom in this dour place. Yeah. You know, so it makes sense beyond it just being silly, you know, people dressing up as in women's clothes and, like, playing music and stuff like that. And, like, messing around and acting all crazy. It goes beyond all that. And it has, like, thematic roots and says something about the story, that these are the people who are fighting the system and who are, like, you know, the glitch in the system, so to speak. Yeah. And
that they are able to find that
it's not just a bunch of random
within
people
this, like, prison, and they
have a vibe
and they
about them,
rescue people who think similar to them, and they're not gonna rescue homophobic Harry over in the corner that would kill them all. You know, he can stay in jail. Yeah, all the everyone who's chill.
The most free-spirited people are allowed into this bastion of freedom. Yeah, it's just...
And it's still within a jail, but they are able to still live a good life within, like, these, you know, confines and express themselves and, you know, be free through that, rather than free as in, like, getting out of the jail, because that's, as far as we know, impossible.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Leave a like and subscribe. Let's move on to the next one. Whoa, the animation just gets turned up just for this. Nami and Robin. You like the banjo in the background? Absolutely one peak.
Okay, relax.
Such a dumb joke.
Just like, are you gonna help Luffy or not? Is he alive still? But he's not as.
Is he not as impressed?
Excuse me? Who do you think that you are?
Or is he just a part of the show? Good for him. Where'd you get that gun?
Who let this guy in here?
Why is the animation like so good right now? Why is he so disappointed by this? I don't get it.
Whoa. Like a cloud or like air?
Is that a devil fruit or is that a hockey or?
I feel like that's probably a devil fruit. His moves are something else. Oh my god.
You just kill him? Or wait. Or did he actually infect him with estrogen?
Oh.
What? He has estrogen, the estrogen fruit?
I mean, that's not very cool. Like, I did try killing
I don't
you,
think that's
but,
that's not very chill there, Ivan.
Yeah. Yeah, whoever you want, not whoever.
That is way off of what I thought this place was.
I were a chill guy.
I thought Ivan was the good guy here.
I mean, they all seem happy at least, so.
This is seeming, but it's getting weird. I mean, you kind of got to be a little bit ruthless. Luffy is insane if he's still conscious after everything they've been through. This is the worst off I've seen Luffy since he climbed the mountain in Drum Kingdom.
Yeah. Similarly, another cold place.
Yeah. Oda must hate the fucking cold. Everybody who lives in a cold place is miserable. He's probably in worse shape. What kind of treatment is this?
That sounds like it is rough.
What?
No. What about like a wax tree fort?
This doesn't sound very good.
No. I mean, maybe the poison is like getting out of his body, so it's just super painful. But he is still alive.
Oh my god.
2 more days? Sorry, we don't have that long.
We don't have that much time.
Oh. That's all he needs.
Oh. Hormone fruit?
He just has to go through it for 2 days, but we don't have 2 days.
No. They might have to take more time off his life. If to heal faster, maybe?
Bon Clay, it's up to you. Rescue Ace. By yourself.
You're the main character now, Bon Clay.
It's really cool, though. You didn't have any, like, pain reliever hormones?
It's so terrible.
Yeah.
This is so sad. You can punch him.
Do not underestimate Luffy.
Baby Ace? He already has the hat.
Mm.
Just after Shanks left. Oh my.
That's enough time, right? That's enough time to recover from 2 days worth of indescribable agony. Yeah. He's rubber, he bounces back. I like these little shots of Kid Luffy and Kid Ace.
Mm-hmm.
Because we hadn't seen Ace as a kid before, and we always were like, where was he? Like, the entire time, you know? But he was there for at least for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And he's, basically...
This episode was so crazy.
Yeah, the whole, like, healing hormone thing was kind of crazy, because it's just, like, it's still Luffy's body that has to do it, and it's still an inhuman feat. But it's like, you know, it's like how it's like, oh, there's, like, certain cells...
Stem cells?
It's just, like, something like that, where it's just, like, oh, there's these cells that can, like, mold into anything, or, like, fight anything, or do anything, but you don't produce them, like, after you're born, essentially. Mm-hmm. So then it's just, like, it's useless, but if you could just inject yourself with a bunch of them and it would just work, you know, then so
But then
many
it's up
things
to the will to survive, because that's a real thing too. I don't know how well studied it is. Well, it's maybe not a real thing. It maybe is, maybe isn't, but a lot of people talk about that with people with cancer and stuff, where they're like, you know,
if you think you're gonna die, you'll just die.
Yeah, if people give in to despair, then they die. Well, you know, it's obviously not that simple. Like, but you know, there's always everybody's heard the story of, like, yeah, the people who were like, no, I'm gonna beat this thing, and the prognosis was like, you have a 4% chance to see next year, and then they're like, no, I'm gonna beat it, and they're just like, they're not just saying that, they're like actually believing that they're going to live, and they're like, I don't know how it happened, like they got really lucky, I guess, but they lived, and the whole time they said that they were gonna live. That type of shit. So, you know, if you're, maybe it's playing off a similar thing like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is also similar to, like, the Zorro thing, where he had to take on all of that pain at once and it's, you know, that should just cause your heart to fail, even if your body could technically survive it, but just the amount of pain is enough to kill you from the shock. Yeah. It's a similar thing here. Even if your body, with these special hormones, could technically be able to battle off the sickness, you know, you still have to survive that process. It's not just like, boom, you're cured. Oh, the poison evaporates from your body, you know? It still has to, like, your cells still have to fight it and stuff. So that's kind of a cool way. Like, that's a cool, because it's like, there's a doctor. It's like, okay, we've seen Chopper, we've seen Dr. Hogback, who is like
psycho,
a zombie making dude. You know, we saw a bunch of doctors at the beginning, so it's like, but it was just, you're a doctor, you're just making like medicines, and we already saw, okay, there's no antidotes that can cure this, and these people, they have a team of doctors in like the lab at this prison that are constantly trying to make an antidote to this poison because it keeps killing their employees. And they're like, yeah, we can make antidotes to a tiny amount of poison, but if you have that much, like, sorry, it's not possible. So I guess what I like is that we didn't just find another doctor that could just whip up an antidote. And it's like, oh, I just know the right combination of herbs and ingredients that I happen to have in the back rooms of this jail. You know what I mean? It was a different ability.
It's another test for Luffy, because he's, and it's a good thing to put here, because he's been, you know, taking L after L, like we said a couple episodes, and a couple episodes ago, and so he's been taking loss after loss, and then to have to, you know, after all of that, after coming off yet another loss and being alone, other than Bon Clay, who's, you know, they're friends, but it's like, without his crew, without his support, he just needs to be locked in a room, and despite losing time after time, he needs to endure the worst pain that he's ever experienced for a super long time, while knowing all the while that his brother is likely to be killed in like less than a day.
Yeah, and he doesn't know how, I'm sure he doesn't really have a sense of time.
Yeah.
I'm sure the amount of pain makes it feel like it's already been like 3 weeks.
Yeah, but he needs to hold, like, this is him holding on to these memories to keep him through it. That's why he's thinking back to this right now, and I wonder if the next episode or two will be flashbacks of him as a kid. But it's like, he's holding on to these memories because that's what's fueling him. That's what's allowing him to fight through the pain and heal and not die from the poison, not to succumb to the poison.
Yeah.
So, and you know, so he's the most desperate that he's ever been at this moment, and he's feeling insane amounts of pain, just from the sounds of it, because we've seen him in pain before, and we've seen him like really hurting and fucked up. But yeah, like I said, the last time I've seen him this desperate and like enduring the most strife was when he was like holding, was it Nami and Chopper? Who was it? Yeah, it was Nami and Chopper. No, they hadn't met Chopper yet.
It was just Nami, because she was dying of
in his teeth, climbing bare hands in a snowstorm, like, vertical.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, his fingernails were like peeled off or something. Like, it was crazy. His face was strained. It was insane. That was like the most desperate and the most insane that we've seen. This is like way worse. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. And way worse because he can't even fight through the pain. Yeah. Like, that was pain. It was so painful, but he could still keep going.
Still put one hand in front of the other type thing and still keep climbing.
It was the most that he could do at the end, to just beg for his friend to be saved. Yeah. You know? He could hardly even speak.
And I like that Ivan was you know, that the fact that he asked for Bon Clay to be saved before himself when they were both dying proved to Ivan that it was worth trying to help Luffy, because people don't like to say that when you are dying and when you're both dying proves that you have like a spirit that has the chance to endure something like this. So it makes sense for him to like, you know, use his time and his effort to like really try to help him out and do what he needs, because he's like, oh, it might actually work. Yeah. Great episode. Great episode. And we didn't even talk about all the dancing. That felt a little bit drawn out. It could have been less drawn out. It felt like it probably could have taken 4 minutes instead of, 12 or whatever it took. Longer. It took like 12 minutes. But regardless of the time, like it felt particularly drawn out there. But yeah, wait, hang on. So he has Death Blink. I didn't even think of that. He has Death Blink. Ow. Sorry. He has Death Blink, where he can blink away a bullet, and so that must be hockey, where he's like making the force with that. Because I don't know about like just with what we know about hockey so far. It like the hormone thing doesn't seem like something that could be done with hockey. That's probably his devil fruit. This is probably some sort of other ability. Yeah. Unless these are the hormones
that he's like pushing out.
He's like emitting the hormones maybe, and that he has such control over his devil fruit. He's using it in a crazy way. That's possible.
We're at the level where people can use stuff really crazily.
Yeah. And then that
was kind of not very chill.
That's not chill.
Not chill.
Then I don't know, like, what the fuck you think you're doing.
Mean, you're really riding the line here. Like, you come on, I'm like, damn, you're cool. You do that, I'm like, But then at the end, the whole like, people call me a miracle worker. Miracles only happen when you like choose to believe in them. I'm like, that's sick as hell. Yeah. Let's go. Absolute roller coaster.
It's pretty good.
Because it's
I wondered if he can help us out in the fight at all, or if he does he want to try and escape? I'm sure he must.
I mean, maybe not. He's like the king of this place, Would you want to go back out?
I mean, I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That was good. That was a great episode. Leave a like, subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next one, Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.